How interest rate hikes impact small businesses by increasing the cost of borrowing, affecting cash flow and profitability, and reducing consumer spending and demand. One of the biggest challenges that small businesses face today is the rising inflation and interest rates. Inflation means that the prices of goods and services are increasing faster than the income and purchasing power of consumers. Interest rates are the cost of borrowing money from banks or other lenders. The Federal Reserve, or the Fed, is the central bank of the United States that controls the money supply and sets the interest rates for the economy. The Fed has been raising interest rates since March 2022 to slow down inflation and protect the economy from overheating. The Fed plans to raise interest rates up to 6 more times in 2022, starting in May. This means that the interest rates for small businesses will also go up, making it more expensive and difficult to borrow money for various purposes. How does this affect small businesses? Let's look at some of the ways that higher interest rates can impact small businesses negatively. First, higher interest rates increase the cost of borrowing for small businesses. Small businesses often rely on loans or lines of credit to finance their operations, expansion, inventory, equipment, payroll, or other expenses. When interest rates go up, so do the monthly payments and the total amount of interest that small businesses have to pay back. For example, if a small business borrows $100,000 at a 6% annual interest rate for 5 years, it will have to pay back $116,382 in total. But if the interest rate goes up to 8%, it will have to pay back $121,899 in total. That's an extra $5,517 that could have been used for other purposes. Second, higher interest rates affect cash flow and profitability for small businesses. Cash flow is the amount of money that flows in and out of a business over a period of time. Profitability is the ability of a business to generate more revenue than expenses. When interest rates go up, small businesses have to pay more money for their loans or lines of credit, which reduces their cash flow and profitability. This can make it harder for small businesses to cover their operating costs, invest in growth opportunities, or save for emergencies. It can also make it harder for small businesses to qualify for new loans or lines of credit, as lenders may consider them more risky or less creditworthy. Third, higher interest rates reduce consumer spending and demand for small businesses. Consumer spending is the amount of money that consumers spend on goods and services. Demand is the willingness and ability of consumers to buy goods and services at a given price. When interest rates go up, consumers have to pay more money for their mortgages, car loans, credit cards, or other debts. This reduces their disposable income and their purchasing power. As a result, consumers may spend less money on non-essential goods and services, such as eating out, traveling, entertainment, or shopping. This can hurt the sales and revenue of small businesses that provide these goods and services. In summary, higher interest rates can have a negative impact on small businesses by increasing the cost of borrowing, affecting cash flow and profitability, and reducing consumer spending and demand. Small businesses need to be aware of these challenges and take steps to mitigate them. Some possible steps include refinancing existing loans or lines of credit at lower interest rates before they go up further, reducing debt and improving credit scores to lower interest costs and increase borrowing capacity, managing cash flow carefully and creating a budget and a contingency plan, cutting unnecessary expenses and increasing efficiency and productivity, diversifying revenue streams and finding new ways to attract and retain customers, seeking alternative sources of financing such as grants, crowdfunding or equity, hedging against inflation by raising prices or offering discounts for cash payments. By taking these steps, small businesses can survive and thrive in a high interest rate environment.